Morning, students. So we have learned about acids and bases. I also give you one homework, like what are the activities which is mentioned in the textbook. Please write the heading. Take an A4 sheet of paper. Write the heading. Draw the diagrams and label. Then write the relevant points. Okay. Next, let's study about how strong are acids and bases solution. We have learned that as the dilution increases, the concentration of H plus ions and the OH minus ions decreases. Actually, a normal indicator tells us whether which one is an acid and which one is a base. That is a function of a normal indicator. For example, we have learned that all acids turns blue litmus red and all bases turns red litmus blue. So it only tells which one is an acid or which one is a base. But there is another substance called universal indicator. Universal indicator, actually it is a mixture of different indicators. And a universal indicator shows different colors in different concentration of hydrogen ions in solution. So universal indicator means it shows different colors in different concentrations. A scale is there for measuring the H plus ion concentration in a solution, which we call it as pH scale. pH actually literally meaning pH means potence hydrogen. Potence hydrogen means power hydrogen. On a pH scale, we can measure pH generally from 0 to 14. Actually, it is a mere number starting from 0 and ending at 40. Here, one thing we have to be noted is pH 0 means that particular solution is very acidic. 7 means it's neutral, and 14 means it is more basic. The pH of a neutral solution, for example, water, it will be 7 always. So, please have a look here. Starting from 0 to 7 means 0.1, 0.2, 1. pH 1 means it's a strong acid. pH 2 means it's a strong acid, but it is less strong as the acid with pH number 1. pH 6, it is also an acid, but which will be a strong acid. The acid with pH 1 will be a strong acid than the acid which is having the pH 6. That is about pH ranging from 0 to 7. But pH starting from say 7.1 to 14. Here pH 14 means that particular compound is a strong base. pH 8 means that particular compound is a base, but 14, the base which is the alkali which is having pH 14 or 13, that will be more strong than compound which is having pH 8. Okay. So the we can check the pH of saliva before meal and after meal. All these activities we'll do in the lab. We know our body produces hydrochloric acid. So what happens regarding the production of hydrochloric acid in our body before meal and after meal? All these things we can check using a universal indicator. The strength of the acids and bases depends on the number of H plus ions produced and number of OH minus ions produced. H plus ions means hydrogen ion, or and OH minus means hydroxyl ions. For example, if you take hydrochloric acid and acetic acid, for example, these produces different hydrogen ions or different amounts of H plus ions. Acids which produces more H plus ions will be a strong acid, and acids which produces less amount of H plus ions will be a weak acid. Okay, so the concept is a simple concept only. You should understand 0 to 7. That will be acidic. 7 is neutral. A substance which is having pH 1 will be a strong acid. Substance which will be having a pH 5, for example, which will be strong. The substance which will be having pH 1 or 5, which will be strong. The substance which will be having pH 1 will be strong than substance which will be having pH 5. But in the case of 7.1 to 14, it is exactly opposite. The substance which will be having pH 12 will be more basic than substance which will be having pH 8.